Hello, welcome. This is your weekend reading, and it's for all signs of the zodiac. If you know your astrology chart, then you can probably watch a few of the messages. I hope you're doing okay. You might be purging at the moment. Purging is when you feel a bit uncomfortable. It's a good sign if you're purging, if you're feeling uncomfortable, and you're noticing that. We're very sensitive in this soul family, so we do notice when we're purging quite a lot. We've got quite a good awareness when we feel that uncomfortable feeling coming up. People that aren't very aware of their purging tend to project their purging onto other people and get angry or blame others and things like that, and it's just because they're purging and they don't understand what's going on. And they don't sort of look within to figure out what's going on. They just project it onto other people, which isn't very nice, but we've all done it. And yeah, the purging comes out of your inner child pain body, because you're not really an inner child, but your inner child has got pain body that you need to release. And there's parts of the inner child that are really you, aspects of that. And then you've got your karma from past lives as well, which is it's like the energy that you were in a past life, because we've come in from previous incarnations and we bring essentially a lot of energy of who we are from past lives, and some of that is purging out. That's the aspects of you that aren't really understood, and then it reveals who you really are. And then you've also got your super ego, which is kind of like your conditioned stuff that's telling you what you should be like. And that's really sneaky. I'm doing quite a lot of personal work on my super ego at the moment, because that's kind of like the conditioned self. That is really the epitome of the false self that you've created, usually to survive your sort of childhood and stuff like that. And then it's sort of, as you get older, you realise it's not really helping you. It's obstructing you more, because you get a sense that there's a lot more to you than just this character you've portrayed. But the whole lot can be quite confusing to understand. And that's why I do the birth charts with people. If you're interested in doing your birth chart, it's like your astrology, your natal chart, because I'll help you understand kind of the energy you've brought in from past lives, your sort of inner child's part, and then your super ego. And once you figure it all out, it does help you feel less conflicted, and you understand more what's going on in terms of who you actually are. And that just really helps. The tarot obviously does help a lot as well, because the tarot is helping and guide us on our journey. But this is an awakening soul family. We are an awakening family. We're basically trying to return back to the true self. So that's where the astrology charts do help with that journey, to understand who am I really, how spirit really created me, rather than the conditioning in my mind. And like the conditioning in your mind can be within the inner child, and it can be somewhat within the energy you brought forward from past lives, because there's been resistance in past lives to allowing yourself to just be who you are. And you bring that into this life as well. And then obviously super ego that's been formed in this life as well. So it's that's why purging is just constantly happening, because we're trying to purge out all of the false self to get back to the roots of who we actually are. And then ultimately what we are is just pure consciousness, isn't it? So, but it does help to understand, our actual form identity, because then we can sort of navigate our lives in a more authentic way. So, and the tarot obviously does help with that, because the tarot is going to pick up stuff to do with what you're going through and how you're managing things, and help reveal things as well. So, that's kind of a bit about what I'm doing at the moment, and what we're all doing really on this channel, and it's so much better to put your focus on yourself rather than other people. Because most tarot channels are really looking at tarot in terms of, what's going on with this other person, what's going on with my relationship. And I still do that, but it's always going to come back to ourselves, because once you understand yourself, your relationships will make a lot more sense. Why you're drawn to the same types of people are going to make so much more sense, and then you're not getting so frustrated with people all the time, because you're bringing it back to yourself, and that's the true awakening. So there we go. That's kind of what I just wanted to share today. So I'm gonna send you lots of love across Gaia wherever you are. I'm using this nice deck for our relationship message, and I'm also using the unicorn deck for see what our spirit guides are supporting us with. So we'll just go into it, really. I'm going to talk too long today. So yeah, let's see what we get. We're going to Taurus first. Taurus for the weekend, Friday and the weekend. Okay, you've got here the distorted feminine. That's not a card I've seen before. Distorted feminine energy is feminine energy when it's not in its proper alignment or proper balance, and it becomes too feminine, obviously, which can be a very sort of over reflective. It can be a sort of sign that you're, either you or someone else in your life has been overly reflective at this time, and they're, because that's unfortunately the feminine energy. When it becomes unbalanced, it's very floaty, and it just makes you think way too much and overanalyze stuff. So there could be some of that going on at the moment. So it's just, that's why they talk about grounding, The feminine energy is beautiful because it does bring us closer to source, but there's a trap, and you can get caught up in it too much and end up overanalyzing it, and getting too caught up in feelings and thoughts. So let's see what you're getting here. You've got the King of Cups, which is good because it means there's someone in spirit protecting you at this time. They've been around you, protecting you, and they're also encouraging you to get more spiritual and emotional mastery over your life, so you're obviously mastering certain situations much better than you were previously. And you've got the Nine of Cups here, which is really good because that means for this weekend, and I'd like to focus on freedom for the weekend so we can really be free to be who we are. It really looks like, Taurus, you're going to be doing that, because the Nine of Cups is a joyful energy, but it's joy coming from within you. You're not relying on joy from other people. So you've got a nice balance between spirit and yourself, embracing yourself, being very free to be yourself, and just watching out for too much mind activity. If you're thinking too much or overanalyzing or being too reflective, just remind yourself it's not really who you are. Just to be present and to be joyful. Your external reality, there's something you're very passionate about, or maybe a person you're very passionate about, and it looks like things are going to start going more in your favour with more balance here. It's like a new journey you're going on, or a new person you're attracted to, and you're so excited about this new beginning, and it feels like it's karmic, like it's time. It's time for you to move forward with this relationship, or move forward with this aspect of your life. You could feel slightly addictive at this time, just to warn you, and that's why maybe the distorted feminine energy is coming out, because again, the distorted feminine energy can be a bit addictive. So you just want to watch out for that. Just observing it, you don't need anything to make you happy, because you are spirit, and you're getting all the joy from it within yourself. So you're breaking down karmic patterns. Yeah, you've got here this card, I'm more emotional than I show. There could be a lot of emotions coming up for Taurus at this time. And equally, there could be somebody in your, vicinity who is passionate about you, and they are actually feeling emotional about you, very attracted towards you. If it's not a person and it's more of a situation, it does feel like there's just a huge amount of energy for Taurus at this time. This energy is a very excited energy, and it is definitely about, I feel, probably ending an old sort of way of doing things and embracing a new way of doing things, you know, and you feel good and you feel ready for this, you know, you feel ready to proceed in a more balanced way. So something could be, you know, it's been very excited, it's been a new opportunity for you, and it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be balancing out. But yeah, there's something attracting into Taurus's energy in this soul family over the weekend. And it feels meant to be. It feels like destiny. Let's have a look at your spirit guides and what they're supporting you with. Happy thoughts. Well, that's nice. Because that feminine energy, when it's distorted, it like I said, it can be very overwhelming. Like you could be feeling like, oh God, I keep thinking way too much, overthinking something. On the one hand, it's making me feel excited and happy, but on another hand, it's a bit too much. But Spirit is saying they're helping you to feel happier right now. Okay, and they're getting you to think about things that make you smile. Okay, happy thoughts. So I just see so much joy, so much excitement for Taurus over the weekend. It feels like you're entering a new chapter. You're really embracing it, and it's karmic. It's time for you to just proceed with something now, and it's kind of got a huge amount of energy behind it, but it's coming into more of a balance. So I don't think Spirit wants you to overthink anything right now. Just more kind of go with the process. Okay, so we're going to go into Virgo. So Virgo for the weekend. Let's see. Ooh. Creativity. Okay, so you're becoming very creative at this time. And this is your freedom weekend reading. Okay, so freedom for the weekend, embracing your creativity in your life. You could be getting creative in your life in many different ways at this time. Feeling more free to just create the life you want. Yeah, you might have felt like you were stuck a little bit for a while, and it was a bit confusing and it was a bit mysterious, and you were thinking, oh my God, you know, what do I do? But this is good news for you this weekend. You're really embracing the journey. You're excited. You've got the Page of Cups here. You're enjoying your transformation, or you're enjoying exploring things that excite you. You're learning to be more in tune with yourself. It's like you're taking away the rule book and you're just giving yourself more creative freedom in your life. You're feeling very inspired. You're probably noticing that you're feeling more motivated with the Queen of Wands there. You're noticing that you've got a clearer alignment. You're more clear on where you're headed now, whereas previously you were stuck and confused. It definitely doesn't feel like that anymore for Virgo. And you've got the Six of Pentacles, which shows that you're going to be receiving. You're coming into a better balance. There could be somebody that is attracted to you. Not necessarily for a relationship, they might be, but there could be, for some of you, it might be other opportunities that are being attracted to you at this time, to do with money maybe, or other things that fulfill you. You know, there's a very fulfilling energy here for Virgo this weekend after feeling a little bit confused or like unsure, or like you were going into the unknown. There's an energy here, I want to make this work. It feels like something is coming together for you, Virgo. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Healer, you have the power to help and heal others. It's almost like your journey of falling in love with yourself and really giving yourself such creative freedom is actually really healing for other people around you, and that is benefiting them as well. So yeah, it just feels like a very sort of creative, inspiring kind of energy for you at this time, Virgo, where you're very free. And something is working out for you, beginning to work out for you now. So enjoy. We're going to Capricorn for the weekend. see what we get for you. Soulmates. Ooh, the soulmate energy, very nice. So this means that you're getting closer to your true self. You're being more honest with yourself and more loving towards yourself. You're coming into a soulmate vibration. You know, there could be somebody that is attracted to you and they don't even know why. You could have felt very obstructed in your mind recently and just, you know, it was just annoying you. This would be probably the superego. Because the superego, like I said, it's the part of the false self which tries to constrain us and get us to fit into the norms of society. And that's something in this soul family that we just really are repelled by, honestly. And that's the superego we're really here to break down, you know, because we're not here to be confined into the norms, if you like. We're here to just totally be free to express. And you're just being so much more intuitive, Capricorn. You're being so much more loving to yourself and you're embracing your journey. Someone in spirit is sort of protecting you. And you're noticing that this weekend that you've got more mastery over your emotions. You've got more mastery over your spiritual beliefs and inclinations. You're feeling so much more love from Source within you at this time. And you are feeling less and less sort of confined by the mind. There's something that conflicts you in your reality, and maybe that's what was causing you a lot of mind activity. Like, you know, you might have been feeling very obstructed by something going on in your reality, and you were just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? It is something that can be overcome because you've got the Five of Wands, which is always a situation that will be overcome. To the Nine of Swords, it's like a personal journey that you've been going through, very personal, probably quite private, but it's a journey that you've been on to help you grow, you know. So you're kind of getting on top of a situation now. You'll notice this weekend that you feel more in your mastery over a situation to do with your heart, and you won't feel so controlled or obstructed by that situation. Somebody or a situation is saying, will you wait for me? You know, like I said, I feel like there's something that wants to draw towards you. It could be a person, and it's something that is attracted to you and it doesn't really know why. And there's a lot of conflict within this situation or this person, but I feel that they're on the journey to working things out. And I think you're on the journey to working things out. You're not letting this situation or this person sort of control your joy. You're more free. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Curiosity. Yeah, spirit is helping you to be curious. Start a project related to something that you're curious about. I mean, you don't have to necessarily start a project, but spirit is helping you to be more curious and more in your mastery, and you're really learning and growing from, you know, a tricky situation or a tricky sort of person. I don't think you're letting it rule you. And I think you're sort of, the more deeper you're getting in touch with yourself, the more you're realising that you naturally attract certain things. You know? Yeah. It's almost like spirit is actually saying to relax this weekend, honestly. You're more free than you realise. Because what you will attract regardless, because it's just the way your energy is, isn't it? So enjoy your weekend, Capricorn. Let's go into Aquarius. Aquarius for the weekend. Let's see what we get for Aquarius. Serendipity. Oh, I never really know what that means. I think that is to do with synchronicities, isn't it? Let me just check. Sorry, I know I should probably know what that word means, but oh, here it is. Trust your journey is unfolding naturally and gracefully. Okay. Uncertainty, waiting for your dreams can be frustrating. Timing is the element of life. Yeah. So it's something here about timing going on, I believe. Something quite is a little bit like a synchronicity, and it's something to do with timing. Interesting. Let's see what else we're getting for you. It's been slow. You've been committing to yourself. You've been committing to your path. And sometimes it might have felt a bit boring, like there's not been as much going on, or, you know, but yeah, you might be having a purge. Now, don't worry about that, because this is the purging card. You have to, like I said at the beginning, and if you watch the intro, if you resonate with the word purging at the moment, there's so much work we're here to do. There's so many simultaneous things going on all of the time with the human ego. You know, and we're trying to break down the ego as much as we can so that we can really get back to our true form identity as Spirit has intended us to be. You know, and that's a confusing and quite uncomfortable process, but that's what we're really here to do. And you're doing it. You are doing it. You're doing the hard graft in your life right now, Aquarius. And sometimes it's going to feel like hard work, and sometimes it's going to feel like, oh, bloody hell, you know, but Spirit is saying it's time. It's this time in your life where this is what you're meant to be doing, you know, because they really want you to connect spiritually with yourself and really realise who you are, because it's going to give you so much clarity to do with lots of things in your life that you want to develop or surrender to and feel comfortable with. So you've had some success here, and that's been good, but you might have been thinking, oh, you know, what's really underneath this success? Is it really what I want, or what am I really going to get out of it? Is it going to really fulfill me? You've got the Queen of Swords. I think you're getting a really good vision, you know, for what you want, and you're sort of not really letting anything stand in your way. So you might come across a bit brutal at times, or a bit cold. But you're very focused and driven at this time. You're very motivated. It's like you're just not going to let, excuse me, you're not going to let anything stand in your way right now, Aquarius. You're not going to let anything stand in the way of your freedom, honestly. Let's see what else we've got here. I'm sorry for blocking you. I was triggered. Yeah, I think you're just literally slaying through all the layers of I want to say bullshit, but I don't really like swearing. It's just the first word that's coming to my mind. You're really serious. You've got a very serious energy here at this time, Aquarius, but I think it's because Spirit is saying this is the time in your life where there's some real work that needs to be done so that you can really reveal who you are and what you're here to do. It feels like there's sort of like something going on in your life that you know, there's probably more to be revealed about this, whatever it is going on in your life. It could be a relationship or some other kind of opportunity. More's getting revealed all the time, you know, but it's kind of, it could feel like a bit of a frustrating process at the moment, because I don't think everything's yet been revealed to you. It just feels like something has a real momentum to it in your life right now, and there's no real stopping it. I think you are quite keen to just break through any illusions or any doubts and just really get to the truth of a certain situation in your life. And I feel that that is pretty much going to happen. Let's see what your spirit guides are helping you with. Oh, definitely yes. Well, that backs up what I just said, doesn't it? It says here, there's another one flipped over, change. The changes that you are going through are positive. Okay, there are a lot of changes. And that's why it feels quite serious at this time for Aquarius. But the answer is definitely a strong yes. So there's something here that might have been giving you illusions or not the complete truth, or something hasn't been quite revealed, but there's such a power and a momentum, and I feel like well, Spirit is saying yes, this situation is right for you, keep proceeding. I think well, you're determined. I can see that, or a situation is determined that's meant for you, and it's just going to keep progressing. All right, so that's the message. I hope that helped a little bit. Let's go into Gemini. Just let me have a bit of my hot chocolate. It's one of those hot chocolate mocha things with like a honeycomb flavour. It's quite nice. Quite like the honeycomb flavour in it. Okay, so we're going into Gemini. Let's see what's going on for your weekend. Oh, the silver waterfall. My God. That's beautiful, isn't it? The silver waterfall. Should we have a look what that means? Because I really don't know. I shouldn't put the book away, should I? Because there's a couple of... Most of the cards in the deck are pretty straightforward, but there is a couple that aren't. Okay, so we go into this one for you. The silver waterfall. Stay balanced, healthy and happy by raising your own vibration. And that's the epitome of the Gemini energy. Okay, the Gemini energy is the Lover's card in the tarot. Do I take the high road or do I take the low road? Which way do I go? You know, and they're saying here, you know, to basically stay balanced, you know, and that will actually raise your vibration. So, that's a powerful energy. Staying balanced is a very powerful energy because you're then harnessing spirit when you stay balanced. You've been making a lot of progress. Some people might perceive you as a bit boring or cold at times, but it's just because you're doing a lot of groundwork. And you're actually going to be celebrating this weekend. You're going to feel very free to celebrate who you are. Celebrate the path you're now on. You've got a lot more clarity over where you're headed and you're not confused anymore. So that's really good, and that you're starting to shine, you're starting to feel very joyful, and your vibration is obviously raising at this time with that card that we just saw first. Someone in spirit is protecting you and they're bringing you home. They're bringing you back, reunifying you. There could be a reunion. You could be getting back together with somebody. You could be coming back together with yourself, okay? You really could be meeting yourself, you know? I know that sounds deep, but it's very possible because of the King of Cups as well. Spirit is definitely bringing you home to something, okay? So take that however that resonates with you. There's definitely something here that is meant for you. It's meant to happen. And it's totally aligned. It's coming with balance. It's coming on a high vibration. You're doing the groundwork. There's something that's meant to be. Honestly, that is what I'm seeing. Something is meant to be. You've got the energy here. It's quite funny. I have a lot of sexual thoughts about you. Yes, okay, if this is to do with a person, by all means, they may well have lots of sexual thoughts about you. You could also find your sexual urges are increasing around this time, so enjoy your weekend if they are. If you don't resonate with the sexual side, obviously your creative juices could be flowing. You could also be getting downloads from spirit. You know, a lot of realizations going on for you. Spirit is supporting you to drink water, eat foods with water in them, fresh fruits, vegetables. So water's all about going with the flow. You're going very nicely with the flow of your life. Things are really starting to cut. Something is massively coming together for you now. Something feels very attractive and good to you. You're following it. You kind of know what you're doing here. And Spirit is really saying, they're confirming that you're Gemini in this soul family. Your vibration is rising at this time. So that's probably why there's something pretty miraculous coming together for you is what I want to say. It's a lovely Gemini reading. So enjoy your weekend. Right, we're going to go into Libra. Let's go into Libra and see what we get. Libra in the soul family for your weekend. And I like to say the weekend's all about freedom. It's just nice, I don't know, it's just something I like to think. We should be free to be ourselves all of the time, not just at the weekend, but... Okay, you've got the silver waterfall. You might be coping with some mind activity. There could be, it's kind of funny. On the one hand, your vibration is massively rising because that's what that card is about. I've picked you another one as well, distorted feminine. So your vibration is going up and you're achieving more balance. but you're also possibly purging this kind of old identity that kind of tends to overthink everything, because it's not really you. And Libra, of course, is all about balance, and that's your highest vibration, is balance, harmony. But it doesn't require mind activity. It doesn't require you to think, okay? You've gone through an ending. You've been really trying to put the past behind you, and Spirit is confirming that that is now happening. There could be, I do feel there could be part of your old identity dying off at this time. You know, it's like you're ready to put it to bed. You're so over it. You just like, I'm so over this. You can feel, you can sense this higher vibration that you're achieving. You can sense this sense of balance and more inner peace coming. And you are starting to embrace this new beginning in your life, you know. And you're starting to increase your abundance levels. You've got the King of Pentacles. You're becoming more grounded in who you are. You know, Libra in the soul family, we're definitely starting to be more aware of who we actually are, and that is quite hard sometimes for Librans, because it depends on your chart, obviously, but for Librans sometimes, you know, it can be hard because we just love peace and we love harmony and we do care about others, but it looks like you're ending an old identity where you could have been overthinking things way too much, perhaps on others' behalf, and this time is now all about you being more grounded in who you are, knowing who you are, and just following your own abundance from within you. You're sort of owning yourself, and you know, you're less easily to be manipulated by your own mind. You're more sure of yourself, you know, because mental health problems really come in, and let's face it, all human beings experience mental health problems from time to time. You know, mental health problems come in really because we get conflicted in our head about what we want or what we're doing, and then that just gives us mental health problems. But once you get clarity over who you are, that really diminishes down, and you start to feel more grounded, more peaceful, and that's what's going on for you. And that's increasing your health. Your health is improving, your money's improving at this time. There's been something that's been kind of delayed or slow progress, and it's just because Spirit's been trying to get you to see it from a different perspective. And now over the weekend the path is chosen and action is taken, and you're actually in a really good position now to proceed forward with your path, okay? Somebody in your life could also be in this kind of position now where they're just like absolutely 100% sure about what they're doing, you know, but it took a huge shift mentally for them to realise. Yeah, look at that. I'm waiting for us both to be ready. So there's been this sort of period of waiting or delays with something in your life. Doesn't have to be a relationship, but it could be. But there's been these delays, but it's because people need to see things from a different perspective. And now it looks like everything's ready to go, you know? And that's probably why you don't really need to think about it at this point. Okay, let's see what your spirit guides are helping you with. Forgive. It's time to let go of anger or blame. Yeah, they're really trying to push you forward now, Libra. Don't dwell on the past, because that's obviously what the distorted feminine energy likes to do. Tends to overthink the past too much, the memories, the experiences. It's very deep. I used to be like that all the time. God, you know, it's just such a feminine trap to get stuck in, because there's so many other things about the feminine energy that's just wonderful. Doesn't matter what gender or sexuality you are. So you're coming into more balance at this time, Libra. You're coming into more abundance. You're coming into better health. You know who you are. You know about your path. You're more focused. Nothing's going to keep confusing you all the time now at this point, and you might just be purging a little bit to let go of how you used to do things, you know. And equally, I feel like there's somebody or a situation that is realizing, yeah, Libra is the one for me, you know, Libra is the one. Okay, so there's something good going on there. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, Libra. Let's we're going to go into Leo now. Oh, someone's shouting outside. It's been so quiet here lately. It's been lovely. It's been such a change. Right, so like I said, Leo, for the weekend. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Oh, the Sacred Woman, very nice. Okay, so that's feminine energy, but it's very, you know, it's like a balanced feminine energy. It's the feminine energy when it's really functioning in its most beautiful way, which is like the High Priestess, you know. It's like not overthinking things, just being very spiritually aligned and balanced, and, you know, giving space and seeing what arises, and kind of being a vessel or a channel. So you're sort of surrendering. It's like you're surrendering to something here in your life. You've got the Six of Cups. It's like you've surrendered to your true nature, or this pure feeling of love in your heart. And it's so peaceful and beautiful. It's like you're honouring love more than anything, you know, love of yourself, or perhaps it is love of someone else, but it would have to come through the love of yourself first. And then you've got the Four of Wands, which is you building a solid foundation, and Spirit saying to you, well done, you've reached a milestone. You haven't reached the end product, but you're building such a beautiful foundation right now that is so much more in touch with who you really are. Yeah, so the life you're now building is much more in touch with who you really are. So that is something to celebrate. Some of you could be moving into a new home or a new property to work from, or I don't know, something like that. That's possible as well. But primarily it's the foundation within yourself, coming from your truth, you know, not somebody else's truth. And you're surrendering to the whole thing. Your life is just improving more and more at this time, Leo. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very abundant energy. It's kind of like an Empress energy or a Queen of Pentacles energy. So your health improving, money improving, you're feeling like, you know, more confident in your skills, feeling very blessed because you've got the Star as well. Something in your life is really headed into such great alignment now. Everything is lining up for Leo in this soul family at this time, and it's like you're headed towards your wishes fulfilled. All right. Yeah, look at this. Either something or someone wants to commit to you. So you know, whatever it is that's been in your wishes fulfilled, it could be anything. It's coming into alignment for you right now in this soul family. I don't read for all Leos. I read for Leos if you're in this soul family. If you resonate with this channel, you'll resonate with what I'm saying. And it's wonderful. It's literally like you are being blessed by Spirit at this time, but it's because you've really, really gone into what your truth is. You've really revealed your truth and you're honouring it, you know, and that's why you're now receiving. Drink more water, eat foods with vegetables, fruits and vegetables, foods with water in them. You're going with the flow that Spirit is taking you in. You're surrendering to the flow, the water energy, you know. That's what my tattoo is. That's sacred geometry for water. So yeah, just feeling the truth. When you feel the truth, that signifies your flow, doesn't it? And that's what Leo's doing. You're not in resistance anymore. You know, you're actually, because the resistance comes from the superego when it tells us, oh, we shouldn't do that. Is that wise? Would other people do that? Is that the right thing? You know, and that's how superego obstructs us from our flow. But you're not doing that. Leo and his soul family, you're freaking slaying it. So have a great weekend. Okay, we're going to go into Aries. Aries for the weekend. This is your freedom reading, and I want to apologise to Aries because I sort of think I missed Aries out on the last load of zodiacs, and I did say at the beginning of the video that I'd had a funny day, and I'd sort of postponed doing the readings all day because I wanted my energy to come back into the right place, but obviously it probably wasn't 100% because I missed Aries out, so I'm sorry about that. but then I did put the extra reading up. So there's something here to do with timing, and there's also something to do with the divine masculine energy. So take that however that resonates. Serendipity is sort of about synchronicities and timing. And then you've also got the divine masculine as well. So what are you drawing towards you here? Something is moving into an action phase for you. Okay. I mean, you're such a force at the moment, just off your own back. You're not relying on anyone else. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here. It's a singular energy, but it's full of skills, abundance, good health, great, resourceful, abundant energy. So you're sort of within your powers to really move forward very nicely at this point in time. And you're actually attending to your responsibilities really well with the Ten of Pentacles there. There may be certain responsibilities you have to deal with this weekend, but you're doing them in a really like a skillful, grounded way. You know, you're lining up with prosperity long term. You're just in a very conscious, aligned energy right now, and you could be feeling very motivated or inspired. You know, but there could be a lot of action. There could be a lot of forward movement and progression with a lot of different things in your life at this time. And it's real. Spirit is saying this is really good news for Aries, you know, really good news. You've even got, I've just seen the Ace of Pentacles there. This is a new beginning for you. It's very abundant. It's very fulfilling. You know, it's like you are going to have a very fulfilling weekend. It's very grounded. It is the timing, definitely timing here. Spirit is saying this is a time of action. It's a very abundant time. It's a healthy period of time. You're really arriving. You know, people are really going to be noticing you, the true you, okay? And there could be an offer on the table coming towards you here as well. Okay. You're just feeling a lot more fulfilled. You're coming out of a time where things didn't appear stable, and that is just not going to be the case now, okay? I'm not stable, let me fix this. You've become very stable in yourself, and you've gone through a lot of challenges, you know, a lot of challenges to build up to this 10 of Pentacles. You know, the 10s all represent new beginnings, and also the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of abundance energy coming in here for you, Aries. It's like Spirit is saying, yeah, it's all happening. It's all happening, but I feel it's because you've sort of, it feels very holistic. It feels like Aries has really been attending to lots of different areas in your life. And now that the energy is risen, you know, in a lot of different areas, and it's all coming up together. And it's like Spirit is saying right now is the time. There's going to be a lot of growth for you now. You're really arriving in your energy. People are noticing you. And things are going to start really stabilising. And Spirit is saying you'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you will have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. So you could get a lot more clarity this weekend, you know, over all of this abundance and, you know, good things that are coming in for you long term. You know, you could get a lot of clarity the next few days, and then you're going to be happy. It's sort of clearing up. I'm not seeing any confusion here. And it is definitely a time of action, a time of things really building for you. So Spirit's going to send you some kind of sign or clarity, which is going to be nice. Okay, so we're going to go into Sagittarius. Right, I'm going to start drinking my Coke now. I feel like I'm having a caffeine. I know it's not for you very good, but I'm having a caffeine day today. I did actually have, between you and me, oh God. Oh dear, it's fizzy. I did have a bit of a difficult day yesterday. It was very testing. My routine was completely thrown out, and it was interesting because that happened to me on Friday as well. So I don't know why I'm bringing that up really, but oh Jesus, it's doing that thing again. Why it does that, I don't know. That Coke's been open the whole time I've been doing the readings, 45 minutes. I don't know how that can be still so fizzy. Yeah, I had a funny day yesterday. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. It was just a day where everything was getting thrown out. All right, well, anyway, let's go into Sagittarius. You've got the card Emotional Freedom. So Spirit, and this is the Freedom weekend reading, although I haven't really been going into that too much. But we should all be free to be ourselves all of the time, you know. And you've got Emotional Freedom that I just saw at the bottom of the deck. I just shuffled so you can't see it. But Spirit is obviously really saying that your next steps are all about emotional freedom. Oh God, you've got the card Reparenting Yourself. So there you go. You know, to have emotional freedom, yeah, that is acquired through parenting yourself, isn't it? Because then you're not relying on it from somebody else. So you are experiencing a lot more freedom at this time. What's the word for freedom? Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. As soon as I said it, my mind goes blank. Oh God, what's the word for freedom? It's like, not independence, but autonomy. Yeah? Emotional autonomy. Non-attachment, remember? Okay, so it's just the inner child obviously always seeks attachment. But it's not the actual core of your inner child. It's the karmic part of your inner child. And that's why we really have to try and disidentify from those kind of attachment-y type of feelings when they come up. Because it's just the karmic stuff that's actually hiding your true inner child. And interestingly, you've got the Page of Wands, which is, for me, a very inner child type of card. You're sort of excited. You've been more excited lately and more playful again. You've sort of been maybe attracted to somebody, or maybe attracted to an idea, something that you're doing and exploring. And you've got the Fool card as well. And that's interesting for me because the Fool and the Page of Wands for me are very similar energy. You're going into the unknown at this time. And you're excited about it. You know you're kind of giving yourself emotional freedom. You know you're giving yourself that autonomy. And it feels really creative and excitable. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, you know, because it's like, oh, what am I doing? I've never done this before. But, you know, Spirit is showing you that you've got to let go of something that's been weighing you down. And that could be your own karma. Like I said, it could be the needy part of the inner child. Let that go. Or it could be something in your superego that's been making you compare yourself to others, or try and make you something that you're not, you know. Or it could even be, you know, somebody in your life. But whatever it is, Sagittarius, you are being told at the moment that this is your time for emotional freedom, to reparent yourself, to explore. This is a really good time for you. It's good news for you. It's a time of adventure, you know, and breaking new ground, going into the unknown. And you would be much better off to drop something either in your own mind that's been obstructing you, or, you know, something out there that's been obstructing you, you know, because you're headed for the Two of Cups, which is the reunion. And that's you reunifying with your true self, you know. But equally, there could be a reunion coming up on the cards for you with somebody as well, or a situation that you're having a reunion with. I'm just looking for Gilbert then. I don't know where he is. I can hear him snoring. I got no clue where he is. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. You're dealing with somebody who is very sensitive here, or a situation that is very sensitive. Yeah, everything's mirrors, so probably both. There's probably a situation that's sensitive, and there's probably a person that's very sensitive. And if you drop some of your karma, things are really going to start coming together for you, you know. Sorry, I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. I don't know why I turned the deck around to just have a quick look. I know we will be together, which is like the reunion card. You know, there is something very special happening at this time for Sagittarius in this soul family. Yeah, because I only read for people in this soul family. So it's almost like you have a very intuitive feeling that you are being guided back towards your true self and towards your true life. And it is like, I know it sounds weird, but it is sort of like you might feel a bit like a child at this time, all right? Oh my God, look at this, pets. You love and understand animals. How cute. So your spirit guides might be bringing you a spirit animal, or maybe a pet, or they might be trying to show you something through animals. All right, so wow, what a lovely reading. So enjoy your weekends. You're very free. That is what spirit is trying to say. You know, and yeah, emotional freedom. Okay, I'll just leave you with that. Let's go into right. We will go into Scorpio now. I'm just thinking, oh, don't tell me I missed someone out again. I did Aries already. That was Sagittarius. We're going into Scorpio. I think I'm getting paranoid now. That's my super ego. Right. That's why I have the note there, so that I don't miss anyone out. But it's funny when you're on a roll. I suppose it can happen. Let's go into Scorpio then for the weekend. This is your freedom reading, because I'm just saying, you know, we're all reminded to be free. Free to be ourselves, okay, our true selves. Oh, interesting, you've got the emotional freedom card. That actually did just come up for Sagittarius. Well, it didn't. It was the card that was hidden, funnily enough. But I saw it and I shared it in the Sagittarius reading. Okay, emotional freedom, I'll show you that again. And you also got the garden. All right, beautiful. You're nurturing your own garden, your own heart. Beautiful. So, Scorpio, you are nurturing your own heart at this time. And it's all about your freedom. Freedom to explore. Freedom to nurture yourself. You've got two major arcana cards. So obviously you're going through a lot at the moment. You've come out of a time, bottom of the deck was just, this card was just sitting there. You've come out of confusion. And the key was getting to know your true self. And that's why you've been stuck and delayed for so long and confused for so long. Because what you had to do was find the key to yourself. And that's what you've done. Okay, so now you've got the Devil card, right? Which is kind of a feeling of being dominated. So for some reason, you might have been feeling like you were being dominated by someone or dominated by something within yourself. It's a temporary state that you're in, of feeling like that. And it's not nice, you know, that is dominance weighing down on you. And it could have been your own super ego that was dominating you, you know, the critical parent inside your mind. Or it could have been something external out there that was sort of weighing you down and trapping you and trying to dominate you. But it's temporary, yeah? And you found the key to yourself, and you coming into such a beautiful balance this weekend with the Temperance card. You know, you're much more now in your truth, and you're aligning to spirit, and so you're getting a much better balance energetically. It's like you're going through a whole process of self-forgiveness, you know, and there might be someone you feel like you've got to say sorry to, but primarily it's probably self-forgiveness. And just noticing really that you're finally through, I would say, a time that would have been, there could have been addictions, there could have been mental health issues. You know, there could have been sort of like a dense energy, like there was a lot of karmic energy that you needed to purge out. There could have been fear, you know, all of these things that you have to go through when you've got the Devil card. You know, it's just a moment in time. It's not nice when you're going through it, because it feels like it's going to go on forever and ever. But it can't, because the Devil card is temporary. So you're emerging from that more balanced. Temperance card, you know, and it's very healing, and now is a time all about self-forgiveness and coming into balance and being harmonious and peaceful, and feeling closer to spirit. Okay, let's see what else we're getting. It's a time for you to explore, maybe explore your sexuality, maybe explore things that really inspire you and make you feel excited. It's sort of like the inner child in you is getting excited and happy about certain things now, and feeling more free. And you did have that card, emotional freedom, you know. And you're moving towards the light, you're moving away from troubled times. There's still things yet to be revealed for you, all right? And there could be someone in your life, maybe a child, doesn't have to be a child, but it could be somebody who's emotionally less mature, perhaps, and they are now, you're going to be observing them move forward into the unknown again, but it's the right thing. It's right for them to move forward into the unknown at this point and cultivate their own path, you know, not rely on other people to guide them, you know, but this is their path that they're going to be forging ahead on, and it's very much a mirror to you, that you're forging ahead on a path that is really led by spirit rather than anyone in the matrix, you know. You got the energy here, will you wait for me? I feel like that is a part of you. I mean, it could be somebody in your life who's, you know, now trying to move forward. They've been trying to discover who they really are, and now they've got a better sense of who they are, and they're sort of, you know, they sort of want to go on the journey with you. But equally, it could be an energy to do with you, because obviously you were quite stuck and not sure what you were doing and feeling confused and feeling a bit just, you know, obstructed. And now it's like, oh, you're finding yourself again, you know, and it's really great. You've been there the whole time. Your true self's been there the whole time. And there's something magically healing happening for Scorpio at this time. You've got the card, you will know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. Okay, so there's going to be realizations coming up for you this weekend. There's going to be a lot of healing going on for you this weekend. This is not now a time of stagnancy anymore. This is a time of finding yourself, and, you know, it's a time of joy, really. It's a time of emotional freedom, you know. So that's for Scorpio. That was, I don't know, I felt like I went into that quite a lot. Let's go into Pisces. Pisces then for the weekend. You are free to be yourself all the time, not just at the weekend. Okay, so you've got two cards here. Creativity, lovely. Okay, being creative, and also reparenting yourself. All right, so Pisces, I mean, you know, we just love creativity. We just love nurturing ourselves. You know, it's just like, yeah, both. What a lovely combo for the weekend. So you're reparenting yourself in a creative way. And you're happy, you're celebrating. Look at that, 10 of Cups. You've recently reached a point of a lot more happiness within yourself. Certain things could be looking more positive around you as well. You know, and you could have been sharing with others or celebrating with others. It signifies a new beginning for you recently, a more joyful new beginning, starting to create a more happy life for yourself. And it does involve some sort of grieving, some sadness, but I think that is probably just karmic stuff coming out of the inner child pain body. It's not the true inner child, but it's the pain body around the inner child, and some of that's just needs to be released out. What's being left behind is the true you, your true joy and happiness, you know. So there's no need to dwell on anything. I know it's easy for me to say, but there's no need to dwell on anything that makes you feel sad, because it just wants to be released out. And what gets revealed underneath is you, your true creative nature, you know, and your true inner child, reparenting yourself in a creative way, you know, your true nature, your true spirit. So that's what's getting revealed, all right, at this time. So it could be quite a time of miracles, okay. You've got 2 3s, my God. This is definitely a time of rebirth, because the 3s are the Empress in the Tarot, rebirth, all right. And the path is chosen, action is now happening. Yeah, this is a time of great sort of growth, progress. It's still the beginning, all right. It's still the beginning here. And again, you know, you're going to be purging a bit, but the only reason you're purging is to reveal who you really are, you know, just to, you know, this is who you really are, and you're just purging out anything that you no longer resonate with, any ideas about who you used to be. All of that is leaving, and it's going to reveal the true you, which is so just naturally joyful, because both these cards, 3 of Cups is naturally joyful and the 10 of Cups is naturally joyful. So honestly, Pisces, I know there might be some purging or some triggers coming up that might feel uncomfortable, but I think you can be really creative about how you handle it, and you're going to nurture yourself through this process, and you're going to come out the other side so joyful, yeah. Really, you're rebirthing yourself, honestly, or your life is being rebirthed right now. You could also be witnessing somebody going through a similar process of rebirth and discovering how to be joyful again, you know. I know that you are the one I want to spend my life with. So this can be about yourself, you know, as you're reparenting yourself, because we have the reparenting card. As you're reparenting yourself and you're being creative and you're letting go of your, maybe who you used to be, you know, you're finding who you really are, and this is who you want to be for the rest of your life, you know. Equally, there could be somebody waking up to who, you know, somebody who wants you, somebody who recognizes your value and your worth, and they're just like going to be, wow, you know. Sometimes they might get triggered by you, but other times they want to have fun with you, and they're realizing, wow, you know, Pisces is just such a great person to be around right now, you know. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Love. The answer you are seeking is love. Wow. There's so much self-love going on for Pisces this weekend. There's also just loving being creative, loving being happy. So anything that you have to let go of, Spirit doesn't want you to dwell on any sadness at all, and just to focus on love. Love at this point could definitely be starting to come into your life more and more because you're coming into the energy of love by all the things you're doing for yourself. So it's a nice and really, really lovely energy. I'll just leave you with that card. Yeah, love. The answer you are seeking is love. So there you go. You are love. Let's go into Cancer then. I'm just going to have a bit of my drink. I'm going to go into Cancer for the weekend. It's your freedom reading. So just my little reminder, you are free to be who you are. Okay? Don't worry about anyone else. Let's see. You've got to be you. How Spirit made you. Oh gosh, this card keeps coming out today. Right, you've got reparenting yourself and connection. So the reparenting card has come out again. I'm going to share it because it must be something our soul family is going through at the moment. But you have also got the card connection. So as you reparent yourself, you are obviously getting more connected with yourself, and there could be other connections coming at this time. You've been cautious, you've been breaking karmic patterns, this is all predestined. You had to be careful with your energy for a while because it was like, oh, you know, I want more stability, I need to try to build a more solid foundation after a time of like a lot of rebirth and a lot of like confusion. And so you were cautious for a while, which was wise, and that's helped you to start building this solid foundation and start breaking some karmic patterns within yourself, realizing, you know, I've got to stop trying to allow my conditioning in this lifetime to influence me and restrict me, you know. Your superego is your inner critical parent, okay, your superego, and that is the part that is really the epitome of the false self. You will find a lot of your parental or caregivers' opinions all wrapped up in your superego, and also society's conditioning, and it's trying to obstruct you. It was kind of built to make you survive your childhood, but then it becomes counterproductive and it starts to try to influence you in negative ways so that you can't really be your true self. But you're reparenting yourself, Cancer. You know, we're reparenting ourselves and we're making the connection back with who we really are, you know, and that is breaking a massive karmic pattern, because obviously in previous lives what we've done is, you know, we've unfortunately listened to the superego and got confused and thought that's who we were, and, you know, allowed other people's opinions and values to influence how we were living. And that's not happening anymore, not with the Justice card. And also the Wheel of Fortune. There is massive change going on. This is all about new ideas, new ways, endings into new beginnings. Sometimes things can feel slightly worse before they get better because it's a transitional time. Okay, but you're headed towards this deeper connection with yourself, which is obviously going to be aligning you closer to spirit. So your money should improve as well. Okay. So you've been taking your power back. Like I said, what you've been working on the last few months was trying to be more cautious and stable, and just try to, you know, get into a more stable energy, and also take your power back, you know, take your power back, so that you could feel more stable and secure within yourself, you know, not giving your power away to other people or other activities, you know. And there's a lot of clarity coming for you this weekend with the Sun card. It's like you're seeing things much more clearly now. And that's really gonna heighten your energy, and it's the beginning of good luck. You know, once you can see clearly, you know, you really do, your consciousness is raising and you can become more lucky, obviously. Now somebody could also reveal something or realize something. There could be somebody who has been trying to build themselves back up, similar to you. You're sort of like mirrors. You've both been trying to build your lives back up. You've both been trying to take your power back, figure a lot of things out. And then this person, like you, is having some kind of like real realization, seeing something much more clearly. You know, there's a situation where there was quite a lot of fear-based energy. I can't face this right now. But there's just such an awakening going on. So that's interesting. I think fear and stuff just comes from confusion and lack of clarity, and it takes time to break all that down because it's all karmic. So this is such a great reading. You've got here grandparent. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. If you don't have grandparents that in spirit, or I don't know, that you resonate with, then, you know, it's probably some kind of ancestor or something like that, an ancestor or spirit guide perhaps. There's definitely some spirit connection going on, supporting you at this time to move forward into this new beginning. I just see such a severing of your old life or your old, whatever it was you were doing. It's just time, and the sun as well, elevating you. You're moving into a happier period of time, honestly, and you're more connected with yourself. It's like joining all the dots together and it all suddenly making sense. So, and somebody could be realising something about you, that you are sort of like their good fortune or something like that, okay? So it's a lovely message for you, Cancer. I'm sending you lots of love and peace wherever you are on Gaia. And if you want to book in for a reading or your birth chart, your natal chart, we can do that as well. That just helps you really get clarity, actually, you know, because you're going through this process of connection, and it does really help to know what energy you've brought in from a past life, what your kind of inner child energy is really like, you know, what are you really like, as opposed to society or someone else's conditioning. It just helps you get even more clarity. If you've already had a birth chart session but you'd like another one, we can even do another session on it, because there is literally, I'm getting stuff from Spirit all the time on our natal charts and how it's like your astrology chart and how it really helps you understand yourself. So, you know, you can always have another session on that, or a tarot reading. You are very welcome. And thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing, and enjoy your weekend wherever you are on Gaia. Peace.